Cassie.
Hi.
Welcome in today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. Well, this is our first session, so we're going to just cover some basics about you, lay a foundation for our next sessions, and maybe set some goals, but mostly just talk about you. We're going to go through like an intake form, so they're going to be very, very general questions. Some of them might be a little personal, but it's not assuming anything about you, so if you feel uncomfortable talking about anything, like you have every right to refuse, but it is just to like help us move forward in our next sessions.
Cool.
So what brought you in today?
So, I'm just having some relationship problems with my dad.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just kind of want to work on that and see how I can like improve my relationship with him.
And does your relationship with your dad affect like different areas of your life, maybe at school, work, and with your social life?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. It weighs on me, I think. So I kind of just carry it. Like, I wish I had a better relationship with him, but it mostly just impacts how I interact with my family in general, and especially because I'm away from the home now. So
for sure.
Yeah.
And do you want to like elaborate a little bit on like what started this relationship issue with your father, and how that might like pour over into your social aspects with your family?
Yeah. So my dad is bipolar. So as long as I can remember, he's been the way he is. But growing up, I didn't really think about it that much. And yeah, he was just how he was, you know? But so him being bipolar just caused him to be very like all over the place in his emotions and like his opinions about things. So he was very opinionated and strong about some things sometimes, but then he would just like flip and not be that way. So yeah, just growing up, a lot of things he would like focus on or like just be super opinionated on and like make our lives revolve around kind of negatively impacted me. And so now I'm just dealing with like resentment for that, you know, and like it's caused a like separation in our like emotional closeness.
And the things that he was like more focused on, did those change a lot, or were they more centered around specific topics?
So it was always religion focused with my dad-ish. And now he's kind of like, he's changed so much, like I said, but like he would just be like very religious, like Christian religious. Like he grew up holiness, like church tradition. So anyway, so like he wanted me to wear skirts and have my hair in a bun and like be super modest and everything, and I was like, heck no. And then my mom was like, heck no. So anyway, also my parents got divorced, and that's a whole thing, but which plays into our relationship. But anyway.
Okay. That kind of goes into our next topic. We're going to talk a little bit about like you and how you were raised and where you grew up. And all the like relationships that were important to you, if you want to like elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, so I'm from Southern Indiana.
Okay.
I was born in New Albany, and I've got two brothers. I have an older one and a younger one. We're all 2 years apart. And I've got a mom and a dad. They divorced when I was 14, or 13 actually. It was 2014. And as far as extended family, I'm not really close with any like cousins or aunts or uncles. Like we talk and stuff, but we're not like super close. I have one aunt who I feel like I could go to if something like huge happened, which I have in the past. And then I have like some friendships from home as well, and then I have a boyfriend here at Asbury, and then I have some friends at Asbury as well. So I feel like I have a decent social support system. But yeah.
Okay, and then when you came here, you said you have friends like back home and like family. Did you live close to your like extended family or your aunt, or was she like a phone call away or nearby?
Yes. So I lived in like a small town that was like 20 minutes away Albany,
Okay.
and the majority of my extended family lives in Albany. On my mom's side, my dad's side is like all over the place,
Okay.
Kansas and California.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
they're kind of out of the picture.
Okay,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
And when you came here, was it hard, like, leaving, like, those few close friends and your aunt? Like,
Yeah.
have you been able to stay in touch? Are they still part of your life, or has it been, like, a little difficult? Or
Yeah. So they're definitely still a part of my life, but
Mhm.
I just like don't see them as often or
Right.
talk to them as often.
Right.
Another person who's I'm close with is my grandma, so my mom's mom.
Okay.
But it's the same story. You know, I'm so busy and I'm like an hour
Yeah.
and a half away.
Yeah.
So I go and visit when I can, but you
Right,
know.
right. Has that transition been, like, difficult for you coming to college, or have you, like, gotten to adjust?
Yeah, I feel like I've adjusted
Okay.
a good amount.
Mhm.
Just like the main focus or like concern I have is with my like immediate family relationships because
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
want those to be solid.
Right, right, right. And what year are you in college?
So I'm technically well, I'm a senior. I'll just say that.
Okay, okay.
I'm graduating this year.
Okay, okay, that's exciting. Do you
Yeah.
know what you want to do, like, after that, where you want to go with it?
Yeah, I want to get my master's in social work
Okay.
after this.
Okay. Are you going to do that near Asbury, or are you going to go back home and do maybe
I'm definitely not going to go back home. I think I'm going to go to UK.
Okay, okay.
I'm planning on staying in the area. So.
All right. And finances, like maybe paying with college, like, are there any, like, significant stressors, or?
I mean, I don't really think so. Not any more stressful than anybody else. Just
Yeah.
I'm poor. That's how it is, you know.
Yeah. You get help from, like, your parents, like, to pay for school, or are you pretty
No.
self-sufficient?
I'm very self-sufficient.
Okay,
See, that's
okay.
the thing about my dad as well.
Mhm.
He's so bad managing his finances
Mhm.
because of his like
Mhm.
bipolar disorder. Like he will just on a whim spend a bunch of money on something that doesn't matter
Mhm.
or isn't even real.
Okay.
So like pyramid schemes, they get him every single time.
Oh no.
It's terrible.
Okay, okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
and then my mom's a whole other story, but basically very self-sufficient. So.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
you work
Mhm.
here?
Yeah, so I have 2 jobs currently.
Mhm.
I work as a student worker in the social work department, and then I work at Starbucks.
Okay,
So,
okay. Do you have any hobbies?
yes, I do. I like to run, like go for runs, and like weightlift as well. That's pretty fun. I like to play guitar.
Mhm.
I paint sometimes.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
Are these, like, mainly, like, just for fun, or do they help maybe, like, cope with, like, stress of, like, school and
Yeah.
relationships?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you, like, dealing with your finances all on your own, like,
Mhm.
does that, like, cause maybe some, like, stress between, like, your parents, like, expecting some more from them, or is it more just, like, I'm good on my own, and but
Yeah.
you still want to, like, heal that
Mhm.
relationship?
Yeah, it definitely contributes to my existing resentment. And it's not that I resent my parents
Mm-hmm.
because I understand that they can't help it.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
just, so it honestly makes it worse because like
Right.
I have all these feelings, but I can't
Mhm.
even really be mad at them.
Right,
Because
right.
like you can't help it, you know?
Mhm.
So it's just kind of something that I like carry and I'm trying to work through and work on so that I don't have that barrier in my relationship with them.
Mhm. You're very understanding and just wanting to work through it yourself.
Mhm.
Are there any significant life events that might have, like, impacted you, your relationships, like, throughout your life? Like, you mentioned a
Definitely.
few of those. Yeah.
So many. So definitely, well, my mom has a lot of health issues. So
Mhm.
she has MS, multiple sclerosis.
Mhm.
So that was like a thing growing up where she was kind of less present.
Mhm.
And then she also had like some brain tumors at one point that she had to get removed. Luckily, they weren't cancers or anything,
Right.
but they impacted her memory and her
Mhm.
mind a lot.
Mhm.
So I feel like that changed her in our relationship.
Mhm.
So that's probably one. And then my parents' divorce
Mhm.
for sure. So yeah, those are just a few that have impacted.
Mhm. What are some of, like, your big goal, big priorities in life?
In life,
Mhm.
I want to be even more self-sufficient than I am, like completely,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Independent,
Mhm.
can take care of myself,
Mhm.
can just do my things.
Mhm.
I want to become a social worker,
Right.
and get a good job. I want to get married eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully to my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to I want to heal from my family past so that I can move forward without that weighing on me.
Right,
you know?
right. So it's like a step, like you want to be able to get through this so you can reach those goals and projects.
For
Okay.
sure.
All right, changing gears a little bit, your medical history. Have you had any health concerns, just with you?
Nope, not at the moment.
All right, do you have any allergies?
Nope.
No allergies at all.
That I know of.
Have you ever been or plan to go on psychiatric medication, anything of that nature?
Nope.
No. Family history, we've covered a lot of that. Is there anything that you've left out, maybe about your parents, family history, medical
No.
history? No? Alrighty. Sufficient. Have you ever used drugs or alcohol?
Nope.
No? Okay. Alright. And have you ever come across any homicidal, suicidal ideation, dealt with that? No?
Nope.
Alright, self-injurious behavior, self-harm, nothing of that sort?
Nope.
Alright, well, that covers the form, but do you have any goals you want to mention, right off the bat, so we can look forward to that in our next meeting? Short-term goals, to get towards fixing that relationship with your father and family.
Yeah, I think I just want, the biggest goal is just to process kind of the things that have led to my feelings towards my dad, just kind of talking through those and processing them, figuring out how to move forward from that, and even just identifying those specific things.
Okay. All right, well, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for answering a lot of those really hard questions and being vulnerable with me. I look forward to our next meeting.
You too, thank you.
Of course.